A typical high street in the UK has cafes and restaurants with food from around the world. But what is typical British food like? Let's begin with breakfast. Some people start their day with cereal and milk, followed by a cooked breakfast, including eggs, bacon, mushrooms, sausages, and tomatoes. But most people don't have time for this, except maybe at the weekend. So they go to school or work after a breakfast of toast and jam or marmalade with coffee or tea. In Britain, people drink a lot of tea. Tea first came to Britain in the 17th century, and now people drink more than 165 million cups a day. Traditionally, afternoon tea is at 3 o'clock and includes a selection of cold snacks, such as sandwiches and lots of cakes, biscuits or scones. Fish and chips are the traditional British takeaway. Fish and potato chips are cooked in hot oil. Just add salt and vinegar.
Reminds you of being a kid, and I know every Friday night you have a kind of a takeout, and fish and chips is always just quite easy.
Nice and cheap, and you can eat them anyway. Like
easy to eat, so fresh, so hot, tasty. It's wonderful. You can't beat it. And being by the seaside, fantastic. With a bit of sunshine, doesn't happen often in England.
The oldest fish and chip shop opened in 1860, and on a typical Friday night, this shop has about 2,000 customers.
We're not fast food, we're good food cooked as quick as possible.
There are over 10,000 fish and chip shops in Britain, and this classic combination is as popular as ever. Pies are another traditional fast food. Pie shops sell meat pies to take away or to eat with mashed potato. This shop is nearly 100 years old.
It's an absolute must-try.
One variation of the meat pie is the pasty from the southwest of England, with the ingredients of beef, potatoes and onions. The pasty has been a traditional packed lunch for hundreds of years. A family meal at home is often a traditional roast dinner. For example, roast beef with roast potatoes, vegetables, and Yorkshire pudding, which is not really a pudding at all. A pudding is generally sweet and is for the end of the meal. Trifle is a favourite pudding. So is apple pie and custard. But you could always have cheese instead. There are lots of regional cheeses. Scotland is famous for its own national dish, which, like many other meals or dishes, is linked to a particular date in the calendar. On January the 25th, the Scots celebrate the life and work of the poet Robbie Burns with a haggis. Another date in the calendar with particular food is Pancake Day. It is traditional to make pancakes on the Tuesday before the 40 days of Lent. In one village, people have races with their pancakes and have a lot of fun. At the end of the year, Christmas dinner has its own special traditions, usually with roast turkey. The meal is generally served at midday on December the 25th. The turkey has stuffing and lots of vegetables to go with it. Christmas pudding is a rich mixture of dried fruit and is perfect for a cold, snowy winter.